What up, guys? This is Juwan again, and I'm going to be bringing you an ultimate review today. It's been like a minute since I last did one, so I realized I should get back to my roots. This is mostly a review channel, so I should bring you a review. So, last night, I was watching the Family Guy and Simpsons crossover episode. I was so excited for it, because I love both shows, most of the Simpsons, but I love both shows. And I was so excited to watch it. That entire hour, I was captivated by the entertainment I was watching. I could not tell you how happy I was to be seeing that on my screen. Then when it was over, I actually stood up and started clapping because that was probably the best thing I've ever watched. Now, you know there's going to be a lot of people on the internet that complain and say it was lacking something or should have been Futurama or South Park or American Dad. It doesn't matter. But it's going to be people who hate on it no matter what, on anything. But for me, it was great. I personally loved seeing Homer and Peter fight. That was just crazy. They basically fought like how Peter and the giant chicken would fight. But Homer gave Peter more of a run for his money than the giant chicken ever could. It was so far-fetched, too. They even got radioactive powers for a short time. It was crazy. Aliens, even Roger from American Dad made a cameo. I was like, what? And then Stewie idolizing Bart, as opposed to, him thinking what he doing is just so small scale and simple and stuff. But he actually idolized Bart. And I like the pairings, too. I kind of knew that Santa's Little Helper and Brian were going to be paired together. But I had no idea they were going to pair Maggie with Chris. That was something that threw me off, because I automatically thought that they were going to pair Chris with Bart and Maggie with Stewie. I didn't know that. And then Lois and Marge had their own little thing. You didn't really hear about them doing anything. But at the end, Marge said something a little snippy towards Lois and said, maybe next time you come, you can wear a bra. I was like, damn, son. It was just hilarious. And then Stewie, being Stewie, kidnapped all of Bart's enemies and started torturing them. First he did Nelson, then Skinner, Jimbo, I believe Kearney, and then Apu. He only took Apu because he wanted to be able to say, I took Apu. I mean, you guys get it. It's hilarious. Then Bart calling out Stewie saying, yeah, he kind of a monster, dude. It was hilarious. And it was so many jokes about how these two shows are identical, and about how they, like, Family Guy's kind of a ripoff of The Simpsons. And then in the courthouse, oh my God, they basically had every counterpart from the show sitting next to each other. They had Cleveland sitting next to Carl, two black guys. They had Lenny sitting next to Quagmire, Krusty sitting next to Mort, because they're both Jewish. They had Kent Brockman sitting next to Tom Tucker, the two journalists. And then they had Consuelo sitting next to Bumblebee Man, the two Mexicans. And then Bob from Bob's Burgers made a cameo, and I was like, what he doing here? Peter said, because Homer asked, Peter said, we gotta carry him because he can't, support himself. And then they was like, we let the other guy try, and look what happened. And then they showed Cleveland crashing and burning, which is symbolic because the Cleveland show crashed and burned. So it's kind of funny. But all in all, it was a good episode, a great episode, and I really hope that the producers and makers of Family Guy and The Simpsons make another crossover. I hope to see more crossovers soon. And here's a suggestion I would just say. I would like to see an American Dad and Family Guy crossover, because if Peter and Homer can get down like that, imagine how Stan and Peter can get down. That would just be awesome. That would be a good fight. And then I would like to really see Stewie and Roger don't get me started on Meg. Hey, I would just like to see everybody paired up because that would actually be kind of awesome. But, yeah, all in all, it was a good show. Great episode. On an ultimate scale, I would rate it 12 out of 10. That's exactly what I would rate it because it was so awesome. I loved every bit of it. I can't complain. There was no parts that I didn't like. I really loved it. So, that's it, guys. That's my ultimate review for today. Peace.